there are times when you'll be stuck broke.
Are you serious?
You will be broke. But you need to show up. Don't quit your 9 to 5. Don't leave your 9 to 5. If not, you will cry. Leave your 9 to 5 to where? Hold your 9 to 5. Hold your freelancing job.
Would you rather be a content creator or stick to a 9 to 5 in 2025? Well, Esther George is doing both. She's a virtual assistant, a content creator, a creative writer, and a mathematics teacher. She's juggling freelancing with the structure of a full-time job. Today, she's taking us behind the scene of what it's really like to balance both worlds. I'm talking the wins, the struggles, and everything in between. This is Beyond the Books. Welcome, Esther.
Welcome.
How are you doing?
I'm doing very, very great.
I must say that blue looks good on you.
Thank you.
Honestly speaking. So as I said, I said you're a freelancer. How are you doing all together? Freelancer, a virtual assistant, content creator, mathematics teacher. How? Because I feel like mathematics is numbers, writing is words. So how are you doing both together?
Okay, first of all, mathematics is what I studied. It is what I love. I love to play with numbers a lot.
I'm impressed.
I'm a number kind of person. I'm a number kind of person, yes. And then writing is more of passion, more of something I've loved to do since I was like very, very little. I like to write a lot, whether it's a short story, an amebo I had somewhere.
Exactly.
I just want to write. I just feel like writing. So I would say writing is a passion. And then, of course, mathematics is just love for numbers.
Okay. So how did virtual assistants now come in?
Okay. I would say virtual assistant came in by following the trend.
Virtual assistant was trending like when? 2024?
Yeah, 2024, it was trending. And everybody was like, if you're not a virtual assistant in 2024, what are you doing? And so I was like, okay, let me just see. And then everybody was just talking about it. And I was like, there's no harm taking any course in it. So I took up a free course. And then I started to learn it. And along the line, I just loved it. And I felt like, just thinking about it, I felt like, I can add my own passion, what I love, into it. Because virtual means like online. You don't need to see the person face to face. So if I'm writing, you're not seeing my face. Anything, you're not seeing my face. So I can be my own type of virtual assistant. And then that was what made me say, I'll go for it. It's something I love. Yeah, something I'm going to like. So yes.
Okay, so beyond this is Beyond the Books, and we're talking real life stuff, real life. So as I said, you are a freelancer and a content creator. So now I just want you to be honest with me, because there's a perception of content creation in 2025, 2024 that was very glamorous. Everybody was tempted to create content in 2024. But has there ever been a time in your life that you decided, I want to quit this, I'm tired, like it's so stressful, it's bulky?
Okay, I think the real question should be, have there ever been a time I say I love this and I want to
serious?
Yeah, because let's just say 8 out of 10 times I want to quit. 8 out of 10 times I want to quit. It's somehow stressful. Yeah, so most times you just want to quit. And then those remaining 2 from the 10 now, you will not be like, but it's something you love. It's something you want to show up for. It's something you want to be known for. So you just have to get up and start working.
Always have to
start creating content.
Start creating. Oh,
exactly.
Because the image that was created was content creation is beautiful. Content creation is, especially how the fact that somebody a whole day is 24 hours. And somebody puts a whole day in 1 minute to make it look so glamorous and so like you wish.
Exactly. That's the beauty of content. So for you to, a lot of people on the internet, they want to live your life with you. They want to have something to say about you. So why not just give them what to talk, spend a day with me, and then you go ahead recording all your life and then put it in a 1 minute clip for them. And they have an idea of what your day look like, whether they want to live that kind of day too, or they don't like, people always want to criticize or not. So if you put your day out there for them to see, they're like, this is somewhere that they want to emulate that person's lifestyle, and then they'll keep watching you. to start living like you, or at least to have a little thing to say about your life. So I think that's the sweet part of it. If you like people to know your life story,
Yeah.
you go on with it.
Yeah, okay.
Yes.
So for you now, would you say that content creation was like out of passion or necessity?
Out of necessity,
Okay.
because I want my face to be out there. I want people to see me and notice me. I know that, oh, this girl is this. So that's why I'm in content creation. But if you now say the passion part of it is not the work I'm putting in, that, oh, I love this thing I do, but in as much as I love it, I want people to know me for it. You
Okay. So
get
creating an image for yourself.
exactly. So that when somebody sees me, they're like, oh, she's a writer. Yes, I know her.
I
I've
know
read her
her.
book. That's what
Oh,
I want
that's
people to know.
lovely.
Yes. So you see me and you tag me to something. You know that, oh, this is what she does. That's what I love.
That's very true. I think for me too, when I started out voiceovers and writing too, the thing that made me so happy, I'm not going to lie to you, was when my friends and family members were sending me links related to that work. So like they've identified that I'm into voiceover,
Yes.
they've identified that I'm writing. So they're sending me writing links, articles.
They're like,
I was
oh,
like,
can you do something like this? It will make
exactly.
sense if you do
If
it.
you
Oh.
do it.
So they'll be giving you ideas. So you see now, you don't even need to source out for content again. Your family has that
Already
work.
has it
Their
packed
own
for
is to
you.
send you link and say, oh, do something like this. It's going to make sense. So you just continue.
Okay. All right. So now I have another question. You see, there was a particular creator. I'm not going to mention her name. She's a very big creator. And she spoke about, one time she talked about how much she's earning from content creation. And I was marveled, you guys. I was in shock. I was in awe. And so it looked like that is the image, like that is what people charge and stuff. But I just feel like, is it really all that glamorous? Are there times of inconsistent money? Are there times that, or money comes in steady all the time, or jobs come in, or at that time, because people need to know before they venture into it?
No, money doesn't come in all the time. No, there are times when you'll be stuck broke.
Are you
You will
serious?
be broke, but you need to show up. you need
That's
you
oh
need to
my god.
show up. You need to show up. So there are times when you'll be broke. And as for charging, you charge what you are worth. You charge what you bring to the table. You're not going to look at a big creator that has been there for like 5 years, 6 years, and that person is charging, let's say, 10 million. And you that just started yesterday, you now want to call 5 million naira for me. There is no way I'll even look at your face. I'll know you're not serious. So
Yeah.
you charge what you think you can do. You charge what you think you are worth. If you know that, oh, I'm still a beginner in this part, you're not going to give the price tag of an
Somebody that is already
expert.
established.
Exactly, sorry. So you're not going to give that kind of charge. You look at what you can do and how you can do it. You charge based on that. So, and when you are a beginner, go back to those people that you think are experts. Scroll down to their last video if you will ever find it, and you see that they started very small too. So you're not just going to wake up one day and start looking at them. You also build your own so that you can charge what they are charging in future. But so there are days when you'll be broke.
Oh my god. Guys, did you hear that? There are days when you be broke. But I like the fact that you emphasized you punched on passion. You punched on passion. So now this is leading to my next question. Oh. Have you ever done a job out of passion? Like the job was stressful, the job was, and you do not even get paid for the job. And maybe the experience was good, the experience was bad. Just tell me about the whole experience. Have you ever like collected a job like that before?
Yes. I collected one job. It was a writing job. Since I write, I collected a writing job, and I collected it because of passion. I told the person, okay, this is what I like to write about. And they were like, oh, okay, write it, let's see. And I loved it. I wrote it. They also loved it, but it was free. But I spent data. I spent a lot of time thinking, writing my ideas. I'll still spend data again to say, let me type. I will edit it. I will proofread it. And then when I gave the person the work, and the person didn't really give me anything, that was the agreement that, oh, it's free. I'm only doing it for you to see. But by the time I finished all those, my passion madness, I was at level 0 again.
Level
So I was
0.
like,
Can you shift it closer? Sorry, yeah.
So I was like, no more passion. No
No
more
more
passion.
passion.
Give
I
me
must
my
get
money.
money. Are you serious?
Give me my money, please.
Yeah.
So no more passion again. Just, I'll do it very well because I love it. But pay me money. Let me know that what I'm doing, you really, really appreciate it. If not, because Giving money too is also a kind of morale.
Yes, now.
If you give me money, I want to do very, very well. I'll be like, oh, wow, they've given me money. Oh.
I
Better
should
make I
do the
write this
work.
thing well. Oh. But if you don't give me money, I'll be like, that man, a free work. I'll just do anything and leave your work there for you.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
basically, that's just it.
Okay, so now if we are talking about 9 to 5 and freelancing together, now what do you think should I, like, for instance, what if I have the passion, I want to be a content creator, I want to put myself out there, I don't feel like I'm getting enough from my 9 to 5, I don't think my 9 to 5 is giving me enough, I want to put myself out there. What would you
Okay.
say to me? If I want to venture into, I feel like 9 to 5 is limiting me, I just want to leave.
Okay. First of all, don't quit your 9 to 5.
Are you serious?
Don't leave your 9 to 5. If not, you will cry. Leave your 9 to 5 to where? When you see some people say, oh, welcome to a day in the life of someone who quit a 9 to 5 to be a content
Yes.
creator.
TikTokers do that a lot.
You don't know what they are doing in the background. That they are not doing 9 to 5 doesn't mean they don't have a business. So they might have an underground business. But you, that they only showed that they are doing 9 to 5 and content creation, you now decide to leave your 9 to 5. You cry was not good. You will cry. Hold your 9 to 5. Hold your freelancing job.
Okay.
So when you feel that your freelancing job is enough to hold you a little better, and then you also weigh your 9 to 5, because if from your freelancing they are giving you 100K, and then your 9 to 5 they are giving you 500K, you now say you want to leave your 9 to 5 for freelancing. Okay, you stay long in your freelancing.
Oh my God.
So hold your 9 to 5. Work, you get some money. The more you get money, you upgrade yourself in your own freelancing world. The more you upgrade yourself, the more people get to see you. If you are paying for sponsorship, that, advertise me so that people know that this is what I do, you need money to pay for it. Where would you get that money from? Your 9 to 5.
True.
So you don't expect that, because you're doing freelancing, they are paying you 100,000, 200. When they give you your freelancing money, you now got to invest it again inside freelancing. But when you have two sources of income, your 9 to 5 is coming, your freelancing is coming. You wait. If your freelancing is enough to carry your bills, even when you quit your 9 to 5,
Then
that's
it
completely
goes,
fine.
yeah.
But if it is not enough, please stay in your 9 to 5. Don't leave. Stay there.
Okay.
Yes.
So now we've been talking, I don't want us to create an image that 9 to 5, like freelancing rather, is much 9 to 5 is better than freelancing.
Okay.
The way you just explained it now, it looks like both is good. But I want you to tell me now, as a creator, as a freelancer, a writer, what is the best thing that has happened to you as a freelancer? What's the best thing?
Like what I love about it.
What's opportunities has it opened you up to as a freelancer?
Number one, this show.
Yeah.
Yes. If I wasn't putting myself out there as a content creator, if I wasn't talking to people, if I wasn't showing up, there's a high possibility that I would have never met you. I will not meet this. You get?
Yeah.
So that is one advantage.
Platforms, it gives
Exactly.
you
It gives you a platform. Now, a second reason is, now that I've met you, you've known what I do. I don't know where you'll be tomorrow. And then when somebody say, oh, I'm looking for a content creator, you think back and say, oh, I know this girl.
Yeah.
That's networking.
Yeah.
So that's the advantages of being a freelancer or a content creator. You are in people's faces. So when another person that doesn't really know much about that field say, oh, I'm looking for somebody, they'll be like, oh, I know Esther. Esther does this. Esther does that. You can hit her up. But when you're in your closet, that, I don't want to be online or blah, 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 nobody will notice you. You're just there for the work. But when you put yourself out there, that's where you say you're building your own personal brand.
Yeah.
People now come to look for you. Brands will come and look for you to collaborate with them. But if you're just being in your shell, it's not a very nice idea, except you're the type who say, oh, I don't want people to know me. I want to remain mysterious. That's completely fine. And then I think one thing I love about freelancing is the ability to wake up in the midnight and work.
Yeah.
Exactly. Just wake up in the midnight and you're typing on your laptop. Nobody's disturbing. Maybe you prefer to work in the night. You can work. But if you're a 9 to 5, like somebody who's a teacher like me, what will I do when I wake up in the midnight? There is nothing.
Yeah.
So you see the beauty of that
It's
freelancing.
flexible.
Exactly.
It's
you can
flexible.
work at your own time with hard work and, of course, with discipline. Because if you say at your own time and then on some days you just wake up doing nothing, you keep piling your work. But if you say, oh, as this one is coming, you smash it. That's completely all right.
Amazing. That's amazing. This is a lot of knowledge for me. Okay, I have a question now. So now you're already an established TikToker, Instagrammer, if there's a word like that, YouTuber, you're already established. So,
Yes.
but for upcoming creators that like are starting already, is there something that you wish you had done different before starting out? Is there something?
Yes.
What could that be?
If I had just started and stop, and maybe I didn't think of waiting until I get this, until I get that. Just start. Start with what you have. Because, God, we always say, God, we say, I will bless the work of your hands. So if you don't start with what you have, how do you plan to get a better thing?
Exactly.
You see some people online, when they start with all these Android phones that are very, very blurry, and then they will still go viral. That's God blessing the work of your own hands now. Because you are showing up. Before you know, you change that phone, you go to something higher. Before you know, you change that particular phone, go to a camera. You get.
I have a friend that started off like that. YouTube, for instance, she does hair care growth, and then she started off with her phone, her normal, I think it's Infinix or any other phone like that. And she grew her page, and the content was what people wanted. And now she has grown her subscribers to 20,000 subscribers. Yes. And she mentioned in one of her YouTube videos that from the money YouTube pays her, she was able to get herself gadgets, got herself a laptop from the money. So imagine if she was waiting to actually
wait until phone come, until a better one comes. You would never get it. You would never get it. But when you start with what you have, what people need is your knowledge. What people need is how you think and how you solve problems, how you can solve their own problems. When they have their solution, they don't care what you are using. In fact, they're ready to upgrade that thing just so that they can see your face clearly when you're talking to them.
Yeah.
So you see, when you start with what you have, the blessings will just come in. Exactly. That's what I believe. The blessing will just come in.
All right. So I want you to tell, you told me, I want you to tell people again, especially upcoming creators. You told me off camera about viral moments.
Okay.
The viral moment when almost all blogs was carrying your post,
Yes.
And you mentioned that there was like a dive down, and then, but you were able to come back up again. So can you just tell me about the whole moment again, how it all happened, how you went down and up?
Okay. I got an idea about posting about me being pregnant.
Are you guys hearing? Okay.
So yes, I got an idea that, okay, let me post that I'm being pregnant, but at the ending, I'm going to reveal the truth. And so I had a time I went to village. So we were doing red oil. I recorded the process. And I've already posted a vlog like that on my TikTok page. So when it was time to give my pregnancy story about how I was suffering, I started from when I got a pregnancy strip, a positive pregnancy strip from all these animals, because he works on pigs.
Oh,
so it
really?
was positive. So I took a picture of it and I posted it. So I think that's what made people to believe that, oh, she's actually pregnant. Then I came, I said, oh, and I was getting fat here. My mates were already saying, Esther, you're getting so fat. I said, oh, at this point, my tummy was showing. When I told my parents, they were so angry. They abandoned me. And they said, oh, anything they give me to eat, I'll eat. On this day, I had to drink pap without sugar. And I put a pap. I put a pap there. I was like, I have to start working in an oil mill to survive. I put myself there when I was in an oil mill. It was
this is a mischievous plan, you guys.
And it was us producing the red oil for our own consumption. You get. So after everything, at the ending, and I was not like, okay. And here I was rushed to the hospital. The baby was already coming. My water broke. And then I went and I showed them a part where I was eating tiny biscuits. I said, oh, this is all I had to eat for me and my unborn child. Then at the ending, and I put my sister's doll there and was like, say hi to my baby girl. That's what I just put. And then the whole comments, I think that was my second viral video. But that was the first viral video that gave me followers and gave me exposure. So when that thing went viral and some blogs were carrying it to post, they did not post the complete photo swipe. They didn't post everything.
They cut it
exactly
short.
So they didn't put the doll there. And because I look very smallish. When I went on Twitter, I think I had to open a Twitter account because somebody sent me the link that, oh, they posted you here. And I went there and people were bashing me badly. People were like, oh, look at her face. See how she's small. Parents are failures, blah, blah, blah.
Hey.
I was so ashamed. It was very, very painful because I don't like a bad name. I don't
Mm.
like a bad name. If there's anything that is going to tarnish my family name, I don't want it. So, but before I had posted it, I had already shown my mom about it. I showed her and said,
And it
oh,
was funny to her.
it was funny to
But
everybody
all these
because it
bloggers
was half.
cut it
So it
short.
just went like that. And then before you know, my mates, maybe some of my mates that don't even like me, they were not, but you know, say, see this small Esther, we go, they do holy shit. I say, hey, the girl don't carry belly.
Oh my god.
God. So people came to my TikTok and then they were bashing me. And you know, some of these eye service people that you will not watch something to the end, though.
Mm-hmm.
You will just enter comments. A TikTok warrior,
Yeah.
typing warrior, you just start typing nonsense. So later on, when after I cry small, my friend was like, why are you crying? Are you pregnant? I said, no. He said, so why are you crying? You will not get up and bash these people. And I had to go online and start bashing them 1 week after 1 week after post has gone viral. So, but after then, it made me
Yeah.
realize that people will always talk.
Truly,
Whether
truly.
you are
People
good, you are
always
bad,
talk.
they will talk. So just do that thing
So
once
you
and for
went
all.
low and then you
I
keep
went low and I had to start afresh. I posted, later on, I posted another story. It still went viral.
oh,
Then I posted another story. But I was so careful not to post something that had to do with like my body, something too personal. I didn't post something like that again because I know I'm not ready for that kind of trauma. I know I cannot hold it. So
yeah.
I did not post. I was just posting random stories with
Stories.
bad endings, of course. And then I was surviving.
You guys, are you still tell people not to do that though, because I think I said how there was a world created. But to me, it also creates an angle that sometimes what you see is not really what it is.
Yes.
Because that's what some creators create. I heard something about Lagos babes. I heard, you guys, it's heard, I heard
You
it.
heard.
I heard that there was a time that it was going viral that Lagos babes would carry like a set of clothes and then take it to a popular restaurant and
Okay.
then change in the
Restaurants.
toilet, take another picture, order like a drink. So it looked like they've been visiting that place for a long time. You understand?
My advice, if you have the money, do it. Because you need to have money to even have those clothes you are thinking of taking to that restaurant.
Yeah.
You need money to want to order that thing and take all those pictures in
Pictures.
one day. If you think that that's maybe your quest for being viral is what you are chasing, and you think that that's a good avenue for you, do it.
Oh my god, okay.
When people are tired, they will stop talking. They will stop. It's you against you.
So it now depends on what you want to.
Exactly, but posting pictures is not enough. What's the value you are bringing? Because very soon we'll see somebody more beautiful than you. So when we see somebody more beautiful than you, what will make us want to come back to you? So that's what you also think about. It's not all about posting your fine pictures and all that. What's that value you are bringing? If you are giving value, when those your fine pictures are finished and you bring out your real face, people still want to be there because they've benefited something from you. So it's not really all about that. And if you feel that, oh, taking pictures is enough value, keep up with it.
Okay.
Don't allow anybody to stop you. People will talk. When they are tired, they'll calm down.
People will talk. So that means it's the value that makes you stay. Because there are some people that don't even know how to handle virality. Like you did not plan for it viral and it just
Yes.
came. So but if you are consistent with your practice, stuff like that, yeah.
You get used to it. The more
Okay.
you create content, the more you get comfortable in being in front of a camera.
Camera,
So
okay.
even before I started telling stories online, I prefer to do voiceovers because I'll be like, oh, nobody's seeing my mouth when it's moving. I'm very, very conscious of my face and all that. But the more you make those kind of videos, the more you start getting comfortable. You even be laughing when you're talking. Even though when you stand, you'll be like, so when you want to, these are 3 things that you should do when you want to go viral. But when you start getting comfortable in front of your camera, you'll be like, these are 3 things that you need to do when you get
Very true.
exactly. And then before you know, you are used to it. So anytime you have any gist to talk, you just come set your camera and you
And do
start talking.
it.
No
I
need
think we
for all this
overthink it.
stress.
Early creators overthink.
Yes, because we are looking at those big people and want to be like them. So we overthink our posts.
Yeah.
But if you say, oh, I don't, sometimes even what you think is useless ends up going viral. People end up seeing value in that thing that you think is useless.
Yeah.
I think the first time I had my viral post on LinkedIn, I was looking at this like, this is just something I typed out of frustration. And I just typed, and then when it went viral, I was like, ha. So these people are feeling this thing too. Like, people can actually relate to this particular thing. I thought it was just me. And then Of course, I still went down there because I stopped after
Mm.
some time because I was just so tired of showing up on different platforms.
Platforms.
I got so tired. I was just like, oh,
So
let
so
me
are
drop
you
it.
so did you were you able to like ever get any profit from your virality, maybe on LinkedIn, or were you able to get returns?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. On TikTok, I got returns like people saying, "Oh, they want me to write a story for them."
Okay.
Yes, many people will come and say, "Oh, they want you to write a story. They
Mm.
want you to promote their music." And
Mm.
sometimes when you come to me that, "Oh, I want to promote my music," I
Mm.
will tell you that, "Oh, my platform is not for that yet. If you want me to use it, I can." But saying, "Oh, God, listen, that's not really my niche for the meantime."
Yeah.
But some people also say, "Oh, I want you to write stories for me."
Mm.
I write the stories and I give to them.
Mm.
While on LinkedIn, because LinkedIn is more of a professional setting.
Mm.
So people will come and say, "Oh, I want you to teach me how to be a virtual assistant." And I will tell you
Okay.
plainly that, "Oh, I don't teach people now. If you have a question, you can ask me." But to say, "Oh, you're my student right now," I know
Mm.
it's a lot for me to take in. So I'll just be like, not
For
now.
now,
Yeah,
yeah.
not now. But
Mm.
I'll give you ideas I have for
Mm-hmm.
free because if I don't give it to you, see it somewhere else.
True.
So I might as well just give it to you.
Yeah.
So I can give advice there. If you have problem, you come to me. Oh, that's fine.
Mm.
But I don't take people. But there are people that will come in and say, oh, they want to pay you to either teach them. There are some that will even come and say, oh, they want you to work for them. And then when I look at my own calendar and say, oh, it's choked up for me,
Mm.
I'll say, oh, no, I can't take it.
Mm.
But I can refer you to somebody who will take it. And then me, I will refer you, of course, to somebody who used to chat with me constantly.
Exactly.
That's the person I will give to you and say, oh, you do the job well.
You guys, Esther is spilling a lot here, but we have very limited time. We have very
Okay.
limited time. If there's a take home for me, to be honest, I think the take home for me is that um don't leave your 9 to 5, but also be passionate and consistent with creating your content, because
Definitely.
you don't know where you'd blow up. You don't know the moment you blow up. So don't leave your stick to
Exactly.
your 9 to 5.
Focus
But
on also focus on building your brand and
yeah,
not just building other people's brand.
mm,
Because if you're a virtual assistant, I don't want to be out there. You keep building people's brand for them.
true.
So how about you?
Mm,
When those brands are no longer coming to you, what do you fall back on?
mm,
You see, that's why they say, oh, build your own personal brand. So that when you're falling back on something.
amazing.
You're falling back
Amazing.
on something. But if you say you want to stay with somebody, one day they will pursue you.
Yeah.
And when they pursue you, that 9 to 5 you're running from, you
You go
later go
back.
back.
Amazing. So we've had Esther George in the studio giving us tips, giving us amazing insights on freelancing, on content creation, and managing it with your 9 to 5. This was a beautiful episode with Esther George on Beyond the
Thank
Books. I'm
you.
really grateful that you had the time to come over to give us this amazing insight. Thank you so much.
Thank you
Well,
so
my name
much.
is Ojo Favor, and this is Beyond the Books.
Preview.